All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Super Metroid 100% tournament. I'm Enmet, and here we have Zarby89 versus vertex5. We can see both our players here getting through the climb. Seems like Zarby's having a bit of issue going up, but Vertex is really doing it all right. Alright, so this is the point in the game where the category really takes out the swing. You'll see that most categories in Super Metroid start out the same way. You gotta pick up the Morph Ball, pick up the first missile pack, go up, pick up bombs, kill Bomb Chorizo, and pick up those super missiles. But this is where Hondo takes a turn. They will pick up the super missile pack, but they will actually damage boost all the way back to get to the other side of the room. Ooh, nice return mark ball from Vertex right there. That return mark ball is pretty tricky to get. The window for the jump and for the actual mark ball is actually pretty small, and even the top players tend to have a hard time with it. So there's still really not too much to say about the early game. We can see Vertex picking up the charge beam. We can see Zarby getting into Pink Green Star, and because it's 100%, we will see them going down Red Tower. There is actually a variation where you go up Red Tower to collect power bombs, and the reason for that is some players like to skip the backtrack that you had to do in Kraid's Lair to get Kraid's missiles. But the majority of players goes down Red Tower. And obviously we are getting Spacer. Really nice crate entrance there from Vertex. That's a really difficult trick to pull off. You really got to fire those super missiles. Gotta fire one, you gotta jump and fire one, and you gotta fire one as you land because it carries your momentum, and the last super missile will reach that bottom block. Zarby's getting one extra super missile before going up to Spacer. Not actually a bad idea. It's not really every time that you have enough supers, especially for the fast crate entrance. Ooh, Vertex was really close to getting that great quick kill. He didn't have enough supers, but he almost got it with missiles instead. Still a pretty good fight. Alright, we will see a high five coming up right there. Ooh, seems like Zarby's really... at least it looked like he was going to kill all those key hunters. Vertex almost getting that mark ball. That's also a pretty tight jump that you had to do. Alright, so he's heading into Norfair right now. And we got Zarby89 is just about to fight Crate. Nice. Nice quick kill there by Zarby. It seemed like he missed those first two missiles, but he really was really able to back it up the normal way still. The quick kill, at least the standard quick kill, is to shoot 2 missiles and 3 super missiles. You can also use charge beam. It's a little bit easier, but it's also a little bit slower. But the 2 missile method is kind of... You have to be very precise because those first 2 missiles, one of them will open his mouth and one of them will hit Crate, so... and it does 100 damage to him. And then the super missiles are supposed to do pretty much all of the damage other than that, but you really have to get that one missile into his mouth. Alright, Zarby's going into no fair as well right now. Could see a pretty clean Bubble Mountain from Vertex as well. Bubble Mountain is yet another room that can even make the greatest player mess up. It's really easy to fall down. Depends mostly on the CAC attacks RNG up there. Sometimes it can shoot you just at the wrong time, and you don't want that to happen. Seems like Vertex really farmed as much as possible. It isn't really, you don't really have to farm that much in 100% because you tend to have just enough ammo anyway after getting back from Speed Booster. There's one super missile that you need for Crocamire's store, but you tend to get one by the Gamer in the Morph Ball Maze. And also you got the CAC attack while returning to Bubble Mountain. It's not really a bad idea to farm anyway, because it is a really good place to farm. Got a lot of drops really fast. Got Zarby with the upper route, rising lava room. Ooh, Vertex is going to go with a new route, which is late Crocamire or late Grapple. It is a slightly more difficult route, but it is faster. There are two specifically difficult tricks that you have to do. You have to do a bomb jump in Wrecked Ship, and you have to do a ice clip in Meridia. Also, you got one E-tank less in new routes, so it's got to be careful. Did not get that mark ball. Although that mark ball isn't really the hardest trick in the game, exactly, but it is pretty tricky because you just need enough speed to do it. And some people like to freeze both of those platforms that are going horizontally. You can do it still with just one of those platforms frozen, but you have to run at you have to run all the way to have enough speed, while using both of those platforms is just way easier. The new route does have a really convenient strat for Red Tower though. You don't need to do a down grab or a hero shot or anything. You can just climb up, shoot one of those rippers with the ice beam, and use that one as a platform. Alright, we got Zarbis going down to Krakamar. So Zarbis going with the old route, which is early Krakamar and early Grapple Beam. He's going to have one more E-Tank in Wrecked Ship. One more than Vertex will have. It is worth mentioning though that the new route really is convenient in that way that you really eliminate Krakamar's RNG. He's basically finished out with just one shot, compared to the old route where you had to do a couple of short shots, and if you have really bad luck, Krak will kind of swipe at you. Ideally, you don't want a single swipe, but it's pretty common to have at least three or four swipes. vertex5 has a 1:26:44 on DHR. As far as Zarby goes, I can't find any time of his in 100%. The only thing I can see is a sum of best on his splits that says 1:19:16. Ooh. Vertex with a nasty Fantoon. Didn't really get that X Factor in, but it was a really nice how the Ruby setup for the X Factor. It's just unfortunate that it missed. But he got the second one, that was really good. And gets a fast and finish off. So along with vertex5 having a 1:26:44, Zarby89 apparently has a 1:54 in 100%. Zarby playing it really safe in that rising lava room. Usually you'd want to deboost off the spikes, but it can be really annoying to do. The type of damage boost you have to do is very specific. Basically, a damage boost has certain amount of frames. Usually you have 4 frames to damage boost, and the difference is if you damage boost on the first frame, you'll get a slightly different movement than if you damage boost on the last frame. Damage boosting on the last frame kind of puts Samus kind of makes a jump compared to the first frame, which she just pulls back. So you want that late damage boost, and it can be pretty tricky to get. Ooh, vertex falling down. The scary E-tank room. Could also see Zarby falling down. And he gets the tank. Yeah, that E-tank is pretty scary without grapple beam. The bomb jump is a fairly safe method, but it can still fail. Ooh, Vertex getting hit by a platform. He got through, though, without getting hit again. The main thing is, he probably won't be able to do the wraparound, the Gauntlet Spark now. That's the main reason why you want as much health as possible. And even for the old route, it's really difficult to have enough health for the Gauntlet Spark. Yo, nice left side strat by Vertex, and Zarby finally getting up the red tower. Ladies and gentlemen, the worst room in the game. Those robots are just awful. Ooh, getting grabbed. That room is a really annoying room. You got those side hoppers. They do a lot of damage to you. But you can also get grabbed by that guy down there. And not only does that cost time, but you'll also get wild ballooned in the same grab. Seems like Zarby is going for Ocean Flyer, but he doesn't really need it because he's got Grapple Beam. In fact, Grapple Beam is actually faster if you can do it ideally, like optimally. It's just that new route requires Ocean Fly. Well, obviously Ocean Fly is the swagger strat, but it's really fast if you just go to the right and grab those blocks in the moat room. Seems like Zarb is taking a bus swim right here. Alright, we don't get to see a high five right here in direct chip, but it was pretty close. So, Vertex just got the gravity suit. 214 energy. Not enough for the Gauntlet Spark, unfortunately. At least a health refill at a ship gives you a decent amount of ammo as well. If you refill a ship, you will pretty much never run out. And we got Fantoon incoming. Ooh, fast. It's going with a safe space and wave charge beam combo. Alright, Vertex is getting the wraparound. And the Gauntlet Spark. Really nice. I think Zarby is on his 4th round right now. And the ghost is dead. Zarby's got to be really careful now. His health isn't too bad. But ideally you want at least 200 health or so for the spiky death room. You can still make it without taking any damage at all, but it's just such a risky room. If you happen to fall off a platform in that room, just make sure that you stay on the spikes and not below the actual platforms, moving platforms. Vertex is about to do his green Breen Star cleanup, and pink Breen Star, of course. really wise choice there from Zarby to save. If there's any point in 100%, that's with saving at, it's pretty much that. You could also save at the ship when you're doing a refill. But it's mostly wrecked ship that's a run killer. Oh. Take it easy now, Zarby. Oh. Seems like Zarby died in the spiky death room, but he shouldn't feel too bad because he's saved after all. So he's not really that far away. Like I said, it really is one of the best places to save in the whole game. No, that was so close. It's just the last platform right there. Let's just hope that he'll get it this time. Meanwhile, we got Vertex with he's about to do the spore spawn backdoor, and he seems to doesn't really get the super block. And there he got it. Seems like Zarby, by the way, will be doing gravity first before the Recchipi tank. Which is also a very wise choice. And there he is going into the worst room in the game, trying to get past those robots. Meanwhile, Vertex is pretty close to his finishing his Pink Brinstar cleanup. Just going down the basement right now. Ooh, oh! That was a really interesting setup for those top missiles by Zarby. He almost got all the way up to that platform. There are a lot of better setups for those missiles. I prefer doing the diagonal spark, which is pretty much 100% consistent. I just like that he tried to spark his way on top of that platform instead. But he can't really keep going too much because he's running out of health. Also, Vertex is going into Meridia. Ooh, and he finally got it. It looked like he was going to fall off that platform, but he really got it at the very last moment. Ooh, nice short charge by Vertex. The infamous Main Street missiles. Ooh. Well, seeing as Zarby was entering with a little bit of low health, at least he thought about using the grapple blocks, which is a very good choice in this case. He do probably want some more health because he's going to he's going back for that E-tank later on. Even though he's got gravity suit right now, those platforms will still do a lot of damage to him. Vertex is now entering Meridia Beach Ball. It probably is the morph ball that you do, or mark ball that you do to reach those. To get through that gap, that's actually called Meridia Beach Ball. And Zarby's finally getting gravity suit. That must feel great. Let's see if he's going right back for it or getting it later. Oh yeah, he's going back for it. I hope he does farm a little bit on health though. Or at least save. Vertex almost got the Meridia Beach Ball right there. Such a tricky mark ball to get. It was a really good unmorph by Vertex. Ooh, come on now, Zarby. Take it easy. Alright, good job. Ooh. A little bit too high on those X-Factor particles. Well, now that Zarby's got gravity suit, he doesn't really need to grapple his way across. He could just wall jump. Vertex is having some problem with bot wound. finally finishes him off. Zarby at least doesn't really have to worry about returning through the spiky room. Vertex setting up for the full healthy, and he gets it. Very nice. Full healthy right there by Vertex. I was a bit skeptic about that down grab. Ooh, nice spark there by Zarby. It's really cool to see these unusual strats when you have to do different route decisions. It's like wall jumping up to get that E-tank. Setting up for Dragon. Vertex is setting up the X Factor. It's a really clean first round. He's having a bit of trouble short charging. But he gets blue suit. Well done. Meanwhile, Zarby just refill that chip. Zarby's trying to set up the wraparound. Doesn't quite get it right. I believe he is. He's got to be more to the left. He's a bit too much to the right. At this point, he might as well just walk his way through Gauntlet using power bombs. Oh, he tried to spark across without the wraparound shot, but didn't get that shine spark. So he's going to powerbomb his way through anyway, which still isn't really a big deal. I guess the wraparound does save quite a load of time, but if you're going to spend a lot of time setting it up, it isn't really worth it. Let's see what Vertex does here. That was a really unusual setup for the ice clip. He didn't get it unfortunately. The ice clip has really a lot of... There's been a lot of recent discoveries, a lot of recent strats for it. I believe the safest one is found by Eternized Dragon. Ooh, Zarby almost fell down. Trying to get those missiles. And he finally got up. Finally got the ice clip. And let's say hello, or buzz up, to our fellow Shack 2. You know, when people say save the animals, they mean this guy. This is the only animal worth saving. And obviously, you don't want to kill a Shack 2. That's an unwritten law. Ooh, Sarbi almost fell down that E-tank trap. Cat Eat Coons. Singing the item fanfare. You know, it's going to be Shack 2 or Shack Fu. You can only pick one of them. So, there you go. Checkmate, anti-Shack Toolers. Vertex has to be a bit careful about his health right here. I don't think it'll be an issue. He's got reserves as well. But he can't mess up too much. He's got an upcoming E-tank though. Well, that is an interesting route choice. He gets the charge missiles before going down the basement. Or well, before opening the blocks. Destroying the blocks to the basement. Like actually even before the spore spawn, super missiles. Seems like Zarby's in a good pace, but he said that his splits uh told him that he's missing an item. Let's hope he isn't. We want all the runners to finish off with 100%. Alright, Vertex is getting out of Meridia. Doing a really nice springball strat right there. Guess that's the advantage to getting crate missiles before low off air instead of after, because you can do that springball strat. Alright, Zarby's on his way into Meridia. Yo, we got a very nice space jumps. Very nice space jumps there by Vertex. Pretty difficult to keep that speed. Nice chronic boost by Vertex. Yo, and nice main street spark by Zarby. Alright, so Vertex is now into lower north there. It's heading into, but he's already there. Ooh. Nice save there by Zarby. Didn't quite get up, but that grapple beam saved him. So remember kids, early grapple is the best route. Can also see Zarby. He's got a 1:11:44 sum of best right now, so I'm not really sure if he split at the wrong time. Alright, we got Golden Teresa for Vertex. unfortunately a pretty stale fight. I think GT is a pretty interesting boss to fight, at least casually. There's this really cheap setup that you can do in 100% though, that makes this fight really boring. But it does give you some nice ammo. Ooh, missed that spark. That's unfortunate. Nice pillar spark. Worst room in the game. Not so bad in Hundo. We gotta rename it to just a wall climbing pirates room, because the worst room in the game really belongs to either the spiky death room or the robots room in wrecked ship. Pound bombs of shame. Also, really not so shamey in 100%. Really, most items have gotten their name from any percent. Very nice pirate strat right there by Vertex. Ooh, Zarby is not going with the X Factor. Did get some really good hits into Batwoon. Didn't really miss. I think it missed like 4 supers, so that was still a really good fight. And obviously we got Vertex at readers. You know, Vertex just turned Ridley down. He didn't want to get picked up. Hashtag Ridley boycott. Ooh, nice powerhouse by Vertex. Keeping that speed. Very nice wasteland also. See, pretty much a textbook example wasteland there. I don't think it did anything wrong in that room. Come on now, dragon. Ooh, he's doing the old school. Oh, he was a bit too early with the grapple beam. Nice kill. Ooh, very nice Hoda Ruby special by Vertex. Alright, since Zarby didn't get blue suit, perhaps we'll see the Kevin Spacey jump. Also known as the Womp jump. Ooh, and we got the Frank-Russi room. Vertex is at those Frank-Russi missiles. Ooh, nice leap of faith by Vertex. His late game has been really good, actually. He really managed to step up. I guess late game in 100% is a bit easier than the overall early game, but there's a lot of like small tricks that has to be done right. Say the leap of faith, for instance, doesn't really say much time, but if you fail that, you lose a couple of seconds. So he's trying to get up. Let's hope he's not falling through the sand. You can see Vertex going down to Krakamire. He went with a new route, so he hasn't done Krakamire until now. Bye, Krakamire. Alright, he's giving Shaq2 another shot. Our best friend. The magnificent Shaq2. Peekaboo, says Crocomire. Or what's left of him. That's a really, that's a really horrible death. It's like the only death in the game that isn't, pretty much everything in this game explodes, except for Crocomire. He dies in a very horrific way. Right, so Vertex is just getting that last missile pack, and Zarby is getting Plasma Beam. Vertex got one more item in Norfair after this one. It's the missile pack before the gates. Ooh. Vertex falling down there. Gets nasty when you have screw attack and you just destroy those blocks and fall even further down. That wasn't really a big deal, but the best example of getting screwed by screw attack is the Mickey Mouse missiles. Vertex had two gold splits, one at relay and one at grapple, and it really made sense because his lower north escape was really good. So Vertex is getting X-ray scope, and Zarby just picked up those aqueduct missiles and super missiles. He used that very old school spark instead of short charging. It's always fun to see, really no matter how slow, these kind of different variations that you can do, depending on consistency, skill, and other such factors. Also, Vertex is heading into Retro Brinstar, picking up those final items. Shoutouts to Metroid 1. Fun fact, that E-Tank that Vertex just got is placed a lot more to the right in the original Metroid. And he's just grabbing those Bill Mace missiles because he's grabbing one missile tank, missile pack, and now he's got another one because wait, there's more. That's Billy Mays to you. Ooh, perhaps we can see a wraparound shot. And Zarby getting the ice beam. So Vertex has 3 items left. He's trying to get to Mother Brain's wheat stash, but he doesn't really break those blocks. Finally gets through, but 1 tile gaps, well, they can be really annoying. Ooh, Zarby falling down, crumble shaft. Best way to back up that room is to, if you happen to miss the item, just shoot down to freeze the Geemer, and you'll land on it and can then just jump and get that item. And hopefully the final missile pack by Vertex. Zarby's getting into low and fair, and Vertex is now at G4. Correction, those were not Geemers, they're actually called Sova. They do look a lot of like Geemers though, but they're very bright in comparison. There's a lot of the enemies in this game has like really weird names. I prefer calling those. I prefer using very simple names in general. For instance, I prefer calling the bee toms frogs, because that's basically what they are. It's not really something that I just made up either. It's pretty established, but I guess as long as people know what you're talking about. Zarby's not really getting the setup for GT. Well, it seems to be safe now. And you got him. Vertex with the full missiles. 230 missiles. And Metroid skip. That is the Super Metroid. Yeah, it actually says so. Most people would say the Baby Metroid, but the actual game manual says the Super Metroid. Just a fun fact. I mean, it sounds really cool. Zarby's playing it really safe there at the mouse missiles. Don't forget to type mouse in chat. MAU5. Ooh, very nice. Super tight skip by Vertex. Doesn't need to turn off screw attack. He did reload the room. But second try is still good. One shot missed. Two shots missed. Doing pretty good. Mother Brain really is tougher than she might seem. In the sense of saving time, because you don't want to hold charge for too long, but you don't want to release it too early either. And sometimes the game lags a lot during all the Mother Brain phases. So sometimes you try to release the shoot button at a perfect timing, but you get this lag and you happen to release a bit too early, so you don't get the shot in. Feels bad, man. Also 69 missiles hype by Vertex. Zarby's getting into Ridders. Ridley. Also, really nice stand-up by Vertex. Nice really fight by Zarby. See Vertex escaping the planet. Because, you know, everything self-destructs in this game. Obviously, you can only draw the conclusion that Motherbrain actually built Sayre Station because it has to self-destruct. And yeah, very nice blue bomber strat, springbolt strat in escape. Yeah, nice spark by Zarby. Pirate spark. I was in trouble climbing the parlor. That's actually one of the tougher climbs to get. Not because of the platforms themselves, but you get this kind of laggy, a bit of a laggy performance, so your wall jumps does get a bit off. Also, Vertex finishes. Very nice job. He got a 1:28:03 SRL time. $56 in-game. Meanwhile, we can see Zarby at Spring Ball Maze, going the wrong way. That's the reason why it's called a Spring Ball Maze, because you can't just go down like that, you have to springboard your way up. You don't really need Springboard, but it's really comfortable to have it in that maze. So, Zarby just escaped maybe off there. I didn't really pay attention, but I hope we got the Franker C missiles. Dear Force. I mean, Buzz Force. $100. It's funny how the only items that you tend to forget are missile packs. I haven't seen anyone, except for Oats and Goats. He did miss, he got 96%, I believe. And he also missed like a reserve tank, but I haven't really seen anyone besides that, missing anything other than missile packs. It just happens that missile packs have the most sneakiest locations. And also you got these anti any percent locations, like you run any percent and then you have muscle memory from that. Best example being, well, these crate missiles, and you also got the cathedral, the wrecked ship missiles, where you in any percent you just go straight down instead of getting those. While most other items have pretty obvious locations. And you don't really skip them in other categories. Best thing Zarby could do if he wants to be sure that he's gotten all items is to refill that ship. We have had runners that have refilled at the ship and ended up with 225 missiles. But at least then you can actually find out that you missed one and go back and get that one, because you do not want 99%. Even spending half an hour getting those last items would be worth, other than forfeiting because of 99%. The missiles right before Speed Booster is called... The room is called Speed Booster Hall. Could just say Speed Booster missiles. Oh, he's really taking care of that last super. The very last super. And Billy Mays missiles again. Because... But wait, there's more. Also, Zarby still got some really funny Sum of Best segments. It's down to 1 hour, 2 minutes and 5 seconds. And to put things in perspective, the world record of this game is 1:15:20. Basically, the more splits you have, the more likely you are to get a very low Sum of Best. Can also happen if you split late or early. To really sync things up, some runners prefer splitting at the last note in the item fanfare. The soest way of splitting. Oh, those boyons. These guys are really annoying, especially it's just so late in the run, and if you're on a good pace and they won't let you pass, well, that's really annoying. The best safe strat you could do is crouch, shoot, and just let that ice shot go through them all. So I really do hope, because Zarby was suspecting that he was missing a missile pack, I really do hope that he's refilling at the ship so he can be sure. Can never really be sure until you have 226 missiles. Ooh, looks like he hesitated for a moment. Alright, it seems like if he is missing anything, he isn't missing a missile pack, so it is very unlikely that he missed anything else. The only sneaky thing could be a reserve tank. But like I said, it's very unlikely to happen. As for beams and other items, you can just pause to make sure you got them. Also, yeah, he's got a lot of super missiles to ram into Mother Brain right now. They're not really as good as they are on Ridley. Super missiles only does 300 damage to Mother Brain. They do 600 to Ridley. So it makes a lot more sense to use them there. And even then, it's not really a recommended strat unless you have a lot of super missiles. Safe and sound. I kinda like this really safe strat. Ooh, we got grabbed by that last one though. I mean, he's got pretty much full energy, so he doesn't really need to bother. But there's something about it, just picking them off one by one. Alright, so we have the Super Metroid coming up. Or should I say spoilers? Ooh, he's gotten the Super Metroid into orbit, but he doesn't really, haven't really got all those blocks cleared. You want to have those at the top here as well. Unfortunately, he does get grabbed. Ooh, face right. Remember, kids, if you happen to get grabbed, face right. Hashtag face right. The reason for that is it's become a meme, but it actually saves you 40 frames. Samus has no stand-up animation when she is facing right, so she instantly stands up. Also, Zarby is going really safe. He's simply just refilling. He's probably not going to have any issues coming up. Alright, confirmed 100%. We could see that pause screen. There was no item that he missed, so... And he got 400 in his reserves, so... Every single item. Nice job, Zarby. Get that mother brain for us now. Is co-jacking the glass case a lot? Kojak would be proud. Ooh, taking a lot of damage. He's still got his reserves, but it can be scary to damage yourself that quickly. I mean, Ketchup does a lot of damage to you. Seems like he's not going for the stand-up. You need at least 700 energy for the stand-up glitch. You can do it with Varia Suit. You can also do it without Varia Suit. Some people prefer to keep Varia off. And the reason for this is because having Varia Suit off does 600 damage to you when you get hit by the Rainbow Beam. The reason why this is a big deal is because say you have 700 damage, you get first Rainbow Beam. If you have Varia off, you'll take 600 damage, so you can just quickly run to the left to take some hits, and then Mother Brain will start the next cutscene with the baby Metroid again. But if you have Varia on, because you only do 300 damage, you have to be very fast at getting hit by Mother Brain. As soon as you stand up, you have to instantly run to the left and take damage, because you'll start with 700 damage, minus 300 by the Rainbow Beam. Then you'll have 400 damage left, and if you happen to wait a second or two, Mother Brain will notice that you actually have enough damage to get hit by another Rainbow Beam. So she'll activate it, and you can survive it, but you'll ruin your stand-up. That is the whole reason why most people prefer to have Varia off, because there's no risk of getting a second Rainbow Beam. Doom Shin Slam. Go, 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 Zarby. Fly like the wind. This is why having screw attack on, except for pausing to turning it off, this is probably the room where screw attack is also beneficial to, have it on. You can just get through those pirates, just spin jump through. Oh! The horizontal spark. I mean, it's not like he's running out of time or anything. It's just a real bummer to not get that escape spark. And very wise choice, not saving the critters. Very well done by Zarby89. He finishes with a 1:54:13 SRL time, improving his best on SRL by 1 minute and 24 seconds. Good job, Zarby. Also, you have the best sum of best in this game. You have a 1 hour, 1 minute and 22 seconds sum of best. $1.18 in game time. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say thank you very much for watching this 100% race in Super Metroid. I'm Enmet, and you just watched Zarby89 versus vertex5. And we got our upcoming Deer Force. All right, 100%. Once again, thank you for watching. I'm Enmet, and see you next mission. Over to you, Fiesel.